Good morning, folks. A very good morning to each and every one of you. Believe it or not, it's the 13th day of October already. We trust that you folks, you guys are great. You've had a good weekend. You spend some time with your friends and family. Saw Lynn Finance over the weekend. I spent some time with friends. Got in some exercise in the national park. Yep. Saw some colleagues there too. You know, putting in the hours. When I'm exercising, don't talk long. You know, I'm in the park not to socialize per se, you know, taking some of the greenery, the trees, the birds, and so on, and to put in the laps, folks. To put in the laps. Hope you guys had a good weekend too. Saw some of you out having a good time. Happy for you all. Very, very happy for you all. Good to see all of you. Wherever you're joining us from this morning, quite a weekend we've had coming from Friday. You know, quite a weekend. How are you guys doing there? How are you guys doing? I see Janessa is here. Janessa Marcus. Brenda Moore is here. Penelope. Janessa, how's the traffic in Region 3 this morning? How was the traffic? Did you come out? Miss Gentleland this morning, how's the traffic there in Region 3? Do let us know. Charlene, good to have you there. Folks, on our Facebook page at Credible Sources, there's an announcement for a taxi service, right? Please, Gentle Lady Taxi Service. Check that out. Give it a like for us. Give it a share. Right, those folks are so generous in terms of helping us out. We want to help them out too. You know, that's how it happens. Hand wash hand. Magnell, how are you doing there? Magnell says plenty rain in Brooklyn. You rather the hot sun, winter, or the rain? You only have those three. Don't put in anything else. Rain, winter, summer. Which one you rather? Pam and Rena. Stan Bourne is here too. Good morning, folks. Mandy Cummins is here as well. Rena Marks. Auntie Sandra, I think Auntie Sandra's in New York, traveling the US. You know, I love it. You work hard and people retire, you must live nice. You know, people retire, you must live nice. Shirley Moses says she rather the sun. Linton Ben. Quite a weekend. I see Linton. I said Linden. Region 10, the Region Democratic Council election for chair and vice chair on Friday. And that turned into something. You know. That turned into something. And then you had Region 4. My Lord. I was there. Region 4. Sandra says, yes, lots of rain in Brooklyn. Enjoy it. Right? Remember when we were kids? Oh, we loved the rain. We loved to play in the rain. Lynn Fernandez, good morning. Lynn, thanks for the thing. Lynn, thanks for the thing. We loved to play in the rain as kids. Folks, I don't necessarily want to be young again. You know, like, die young. But I try in old age. I like it. I tried on. I ain't like it at all. You go out in the rain now. You got study about lining coal. You know? The hip you had replaced. The ankle problems. You know, all your fill-ins start shocking you. All the fill-ins start shocking you. I try in old age. I ain't like it. Right? Naomi got 19 things this morning, believe it or not. 19 things. 19 things. Including my Jet 2 holiday. Including my Jet 2. Including my Jet 2. Good to have all of y'all on the broadcast this morning. Hope you didn't try to get to the airport over the weekend. My God. I was trying to get to the airport. I saw my plane leaving without me. I said, oi, oi, oi. Conductor. Oi. My God, Jet 2. Jet 2 holiday. Give that a share for us. For us, please. I see Claudine LaRose Duqua. I wish I could smoosh all y'all together. You know? Right? Brought some of you together in Brooklyn quite recently. We haven't done a local meet and greet. We got to do that. We can't just news, talk them all the time. Information, sorry, not talk name. News and information all the time. We got to get a little fun too. How about song there? Met some of you in Brooklyn, you know. Had some fun. We got to do it again. Love y'all to meet Claudine, and Neva must meet Charlene, and Loretta must meet Avril and Sandra and everybody. You know, some of y'all is going in your DMs and make friends minus us. Minus us. But it's all good. It's all good. Folks, what a... Mandy, how you doing? Mandy, Jet 2 boy, you see a plane left here without you. You know, it's not a good feeling. Bow your head and... One other thing you're flipping. One other thing in your day. My God. You see, I just think about it and I'm upset. You see, it's like a trigger. Right? Like a trigger. Elizabeth says same in Georgia. What's the same in Georgia? Is it raining? Rainy night in Georgia. You're not about me though. Give me easy time. Give me easy time. Got it better like that. In my HJ voice. You see, I'm so lighthearted. The things I do for y'all. You know, I make sure y'all not on a medication all the time. Bring down the blood pressure. One time. A little laugh here, a little laugh there. Some of y'all watching us on your smart TV, y'all dare not hit that emoji button. You see? 700 plus of you on the broadcast. 9 minutes in, 43 shares. It's one thing every day. One thing every day. One thing every day. Tommy says it was a rainy night in Brooklyn, New York. At least y'all got a little better drainage and so on. Better drainage and so on. You know, at least y'all got that. Look, I had the time of my life. Where were we? We were coming back from South Carolina. Just enjoy the southern hospitality. Margaret's palatial abode in Somerset there in North Carolina. I gotta go back by Margaret, you know, palatial dwelling there. They're gonna Naomi, they can get it right. Very soon, very shortly. They get it right. And also the Narines habitation in South Carolina. Just enjoy the sprawl, you know. I know about staying at couple mansions. I want you all know that. I know about staying at couple mansions by Guyanese who go in the diaspora and live well. So there we were at whatever the airport is in South Carolina. Is it what's the airport there? In South Carolina. Whatever it is. We were boarded when the people said flight cancel. We sit down on the plane. The people said flight cancel. Right? That's why I tell Mark and them in Region 10, unless you swear in, you're not the chairman. Unless you and swear in, you take the oath. You're not the leader of the opposition. You might want to measure the drips. That's all well and good. But until you put your hand on the Bible, makes a bap, are you swearing? But we can get it right. We were on the plane when the people said, sorry, passengers, this flight is cancelled. I saw shucks. You ever wake up good? I'm going somewhere in this analogy. I saw shucks. Greenville Spartanburg Airport. That was the one we were on. I thought we were on. What's the other? I thought we were at Charlotte. I thought that was Charlotte. We were flying back to JFK. I thought it was Charlotte. All right, whatever it is, whatever. There's a flight cancel. You got for now. You done salivating on the little food you can eat now. The little cook-up you eat now from Charlotte or Spartanburg, Greenville Airport. You know, Spartanburg, Greenville Airport is a little country airport. What makes CGIA look like nothing? What makes CGIA look like nothing? But that's another story. So we come up the flight now. You got to tell your mind from the little cook-up you're expecting. We sat on the plane, you know. We said to ourselves, they'll never bring us on this plane. And they ain't going no place. Flight cancel. So now we got back inside, long line to get to the counter. We got to the counter. The lady said nothing, I'm flying out. Till tomorrow morning. She hit the keyboard. You know how to do it. 500 words per minute. She should check every flight in the US. You know? 5 seconds later, tomorrow. So what? No. Our little son, he had a connecting flight. Right? We getting back to JFK and he's heading to Boston. We got a connecting flight. Was it that trip? No, wasn't that trip. We had a connecting flight. Just my wife and I. Right? We said, all right. I like the US. Make hear what Trump do. How the American ambassador listening this morning? Gotta go and see her later on. I like the US. Take out your phone, makes a bop. You go into the counter, you can't fly out. Lady said tomorrow afternoon. Hang tight. And said tomorrow afternoon. We got connecting flight. I gotta go home. You ever gone to, I warming up all this time, you know. I bring you a little low in your blood pressure. You ever gone on vacation and you overspend and you got like all you guys your taxi fare now from Cherry Jagan back to the city. They got US chapter now for when y'all try with her. US chapter. All right, got the taxi fare. So when she tell me you got to take another day, you and your wife, I said, well, which chair here go fit me? Then I want no Guyanese passenger that cannot photograph. Look at this one here. It's big head, but right? Said book, pull up my phone. Uber. You know? We say, all right, bus company. We were fortunate. We checked in early. It was about 1 o'clock. The connecting flight 1 p.m. Connecting flight was about 8 p.m. Uber down to the bus company. But I'm talking about when people trying to tell you thing is thing, but it's not a. Yes, chair, but it's not really chair. Yes, regional chairman. Yes, lead the opposition, but you don't take no oath yet. You don't put your hand on the Bible, but you gone by the bus company. Gone by the bus company. Right? Nothing doing. A man tell us. No, we won't find out from Charlotte. The story now coming back. You see, I tell you, I try an oulage. I don't like it. We were flying from Washington back to JFK. Gone by the bus company. Right? Nothing but a wing and a prayer. A man working for the bus company say, no. If I was y'all, I wouldn't go. They got flooded at JFK. flooded at JFK. It's raining bad in New York. Right? A whole portion of the year, the airport shut down because of flooding. I say, Shelly Jack, you tell me about? Or is the John Fitzgerald Kennedy International? Right? He said, flooding. I said, Father, I watch this man is smiling. And in my head, I said, Father, rebuke he in the name of Jesus, the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. I come against this demon. I come against this demon. Man said, I won't go. Where the bus company now, you know? Left. Whatever is the airport there in Washington. Washington, D.C. something. Man said, I will fly. We got a connecting flight. You understand me? You just spend your last hotel money to impress the wife and score some points. Buy all kind of thing you need. Biting for the mother-in-law. Biting for the wife. Victoria this. Secret. Open letter. All kinds of things. So what is this? Are we? Man said, I would advise you. And the man said, in this matter of fact way. You know? That you would believe him. This matter of fact way. No, it's flooded there. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't travel. Father, help we. Father, help we. It's a talking story. And it's blackout, you know. Blackout in our skin. But while we recalibrate from the blackout in the 592, this is what happens when blackout comes. Hits everything off. Right? I'm gonna continue the story at another time. Let's take you to the the mayor of Linden, former mayor of Linden over the weekend, now incoming member of Parliament, Sharma Solomon, who put things in a little perspective for us. What transpired on Friday at the RDC Linden and all the subsequent accusations. You can't run a business in this country. You can't even get stable power supply. Take a look and take a listen. Sham spoke about some of the events that transpired there. Take a look. Take a listen.
And listen, I can level up in this life. I'm leveling up. I am not just a spectator. I am a very involved partner in what is happening. I am representing the APNU in Region 10. The APNU is not going to stand idle by while we saw last week a misrepresentation and needed to be corrected by the trade unions about the level of involvement to represent workers in the region. We're not going to stand idle by and look and listen at a misrepresentation of what occurred today. We as a party with 5 councillors who were sworn in today participated in a process that said if our candidate is nominated, we will stand in solidarity with our candidate. That is our 5. That is our 5. The clerk of council called for a secret ballot. We did not participate in saying secret ballot. We weren't the ones who proposed secret ballot. We are a party who participated in the activity like any other party did of the other 3 parties. In that contest of the secret ballot, two nominees came out. A Mr. Mark Gorin from WIN and a Mr. Dominique Blair from the APNU. Hear what I can say on behalf of our five and our candidate, that we expect that once a name is brought forward, so you see how far we have come through the process of the immature politics that misled people to believe that we already had a chairman when we never had, without giving the process an opportunity to work. So the disappointment is not in the process. The disappointment should return, like we saw with the trade unions, the misrepresentation of what the process is about and how it unfolds in representative democracy. When you're immature and an amateur and don't understand this, the danger in that is that you feed on the ignorance of those who are prepared and willing to learn. That is what occurred in Region 10 today. So our five, with a nominee of Mr. Blair, it is only expected that we have our solid five. What I can say to you is that we are grateful for wherever that other four may have come from. Wherever it came from, we are grateful. But no one, as we saw persons doing today, from the highest level of a political party, making regards, can you say in a secret ballot which other four would have voted for Mr. Blair? Be very careful. Be very careful. That would be such a reckless assumption. Be very careful, because we don't know who are the other four that voted for Mr. Blair. Be very careful, because 4 out of 9 could have come from WIN. 4 out of 3, which included 1 from the PPP and 1 from FMG, could have come from them. How do you go making such reckless claims about a process that carries you to representative democracy?
Right, all right. That's some of what we have limited power right now, thanks to the system. But that's some of what Mr. Solomon said over the weekend about what is needed, what transpired, and what is needed. And lots of it is maturity. Lots of it is maturity. Sometimes you think things happen in one way, but it's not so. You think you're the chair, but you're not really the chair. You're not really the chair yet. You know, you think you're the leader of the opposition, but you're not really leader of the opposition yet. You know, and MP Ganesh Mahipal, who was on Nation Watch over the weekend too, spoke about some of this, and the fact that some of what transpired over the weekend, this is Friday into the weekend, is a lack of trust. And as a combined parliamentary opposition, we got to build trust. That's what we got to do. Here is some of what MP Mahipal said over the weekend on this very same issue. A lot of trust is needed. Take a look and take a listen.
Trust is a fundamental issue in what transpired on Friday. Trust is a major issue. And then you see people like Odessa Primus, Tabitha Sarabu Hali and her husband carrying on at a rate on a program spewing what I will consider misinformation and untruths. You see how they're attempting to target the PNCR and its membership. You see how they're trying to target the support base of the PNCR. It only breeds the conclusion that they seem to believe that they are going to go after the APNU and the PNCR. And we have a duty to protect who believe in us. We have a duty to inform those who believe in us, and we have a duty to represent those who believe in us. And we cannot allow a party to believe that they can simply come and want to push us over the rail and don't expect us to fight back. That's
Correct.
the first point I want to make. Secondly, as I said, we were in discussions long before Odessa Primus came on the scene concerning these very issues, and they knew where our position, they knew what were our positions and where we were heading in the direction of regions 4, 8, and 10. And even the meeting that was supposed to had, there was supposed to be a meeting between the two sides that never happened because of a communication breakdown. One believed that it should have been at this location, one said the other location. Apparently, they claimed to have found a common location. The common location was not communicated in time, and there was a breakdown of communication that caused the meeting to never happen. There was no attempt for us to even seek to have back the meeting. As I said, these things are known to several people, and there was the intention of ensuring that there was a coalition of opposition parties heading into the National Assembly to hold the People's Progressive Party accountable for especially the spending of taxpayers' money. We find ourselves in this predicament because of trust issues. I see, for example, I see the We Invest in Nationhood is pointing in that direction. I see they're labeling Azzuddin Mohammed as opposition leader elect. When you are something elect, it means you were elected and you're awaiting to be sworn in. He wasn't elected as yet. There's so many dynamics at play. An opposition leader is elected from among the non-governmental MPs.
Yes.
So all 29 opposition MPs stand a chance of being opposition leader.
It doesn't mean
It
because
doesn't
you're
mean that
part of the
no,
biggest
of
part
course
of it.
not. Of course not. And if there are two MPs, the We Invest in Nationhood has 16. We have 12. Forward Guyana has 1. If the 12 of us decide to say, let us give Amanza the opportunity to be the opposition leader, it will be 12 with Amanza 1, 13, and all she will need is 2 other votes from the We Invest. And that will give her 15 votes, which is the majority of 29. And she can be the opposition leader. Or if we decide, let's say, Tabitha Sarabu Hali to be opposition leader, and she is nominated, and she gets our 12 vote and Amanza's 1. That's 13. All she needs is 2 more, which one can be her and somebody else from Win. So how do you label yourself as opposition leader elect?
I think
we still have blackout at our end. Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Thanks for holding for us. How you can run a business in this country with this kind of blackout, and everything has to come to a standstill. Blackout. So here's what we were talking about, this impasse in Linden, that they tell us that the minister has to break the deadlock. 9-9, you heard Sharma Salman, before we were so rudely interrupted by the blackout. In both instances, the minister has to break the tie, and Sharma was walking us through some what transpired in Region 10 on Friday during that exercise to elect the chair and vice chair of the Regional Democratic Council for Region 10. Let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. And then also Ganesh going a little further, talking about the distrust. And later on in the morning, I'll talk about the reset that's perhaps needed. Right? The reset that's perhaps needed. This is the 592. You got $1 trillion. I'm reading some of the comments that I'm responding to now. It's the 592. You got $1 trillion economy and blackout every time. Right? Blackout every time. And talking about that, one of the things we are set to discuss this morning is this big contract they signed for Total Tech. So 2 power ships later, that's not enough. Right? They signed it. Not Total Tech. This new power company. Whatever's the name of it? That's having with consultancy and something with the grid and all of that. Millions of dollars later, and we are no better off. We are no better off. Millions of dollars later. You know. So we don't have any AC now. So the 592 for you. The 592 for you. You know, the 592 for you. So that being said, folks, let's walk you through a couple of things while we got the little thing left. You know, walk you through a couple of things. So we were telling you there about what transpired in Region 10. I saw also over the weekend, we saw the mayor of New Amsterdam talking about the need for collaboration, right? Because you know the people talk the talk about collaborating, and some people don't want to collaborate, some people don't want to power share when they're in front. So I saw Mayor McIntosh, Wainwright McIntosh, talking about the need for collaborative development. Please and thank you. Collaborative development. And the direction, you know, some of us, we got to go kicking and screaming, but it is what it is. Right? It's a direction we need to go in. If we, you know, some folks still believe it's only one set of people got a birthright to develop this country. Nobody else can do it. And sadly, some of us buy into that. Right? Sadly, some of us buy into that, and you're gone down a road. But I have no doubt, very soon, very shortly, we'll have a turnaround. I have no doubt. Right? How are y'all doing this morning? Y'all forgive us. All these vagaries, as I said, we try to do things a certain way, but you know, some things are just out of our control. Just out of our control. Bigly. We wish it were not so. You know, we wish it were not so. So, as I said, the mayor of New Amsterdam, Wainwright McIntosh, said he was just back from an Inter-American Conference of Mayors, and they was urging again central, regional, and municipal governments to collaborate on national development. McIntosh observed that municipalities in other countries have far more resources and autonomy, because there's no other way to do it. You can't micromanage and develop a country. You can't. Systems must work independently. And that is why we saw over the weekend, photo ops with Ali reading the Riot Act. Another 5:30. The systems don't work. And that is why the president got to haul in contractors at State House. It's madness. You have to have so many failures in the system before the president have to go himself and try to correct it. So many failures in the system. And them boys say, they're in charge. That's transformation to them. Transformational leadership. He's hands-on. No, the system is not working. And that's why you need micromanaging. Because the system don't work. And what Mayor McIntosh said is absolutely correct. The system functions efficiently in other places, independently in other places, autonomously. You see? But this is a regime that likes to keep people very, very, very dependent. Under APNU government, you had mayoral, local government conferences, capacity building. APNU AFC came in. You had those folks at the local government level receiving some small stipend. We increased all of that without oil. Without oil. That's what a caring government does. Them boys get them conference, capacity building. Huh? So some of the things we're following, because why? This system is not working. So all you need some photo ops. He scolds, he reprimands, he reads the Riot Act. It's madness. For the most part, madness. You know what you calling? We're calling the police. Where are you calling the police? Another Chinese restaurant robbed. Another Chinese restaurant over the weekend. And just as an example, that nothing is secret anymore. Imagine you coming from a wake house. A wake house, and you're going to be shot and robbed. A couple experienced that over the weekend. Shot and robbed. When the police get him pulling. When did police get him pulling? When? Folks, give us an indication you're hearing us loud and clear. I see Joylin says madness. That is what it is. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. Right? Absolute madness. You got that to deal with? Robbery, wake attendee, a couple shot and robbed over the weekend. Then I saw the folks at there's an indigenous community, Kamwata, water problem, power problem like us, power problems like us, and we're in Kamwata. Folks, we got about 5 minutes more with you. We apologize. 5 more minutes with you. I was going to go till about 10:30. You know how to bring all 19 things we got in the car this morning. When people get him pulling, water problems, power problems. Yeah. It's sad. It is sad. It is sad. Right. I saw Minister Jordan thinking Kaitro News quoting him saying, "You got to bring some relief to the rice farmers. Bring some relief to the rice farmers." I'm sorry, in the interest of time, we can't delve into all of these individually, all substantive in their own right, but we conserving power at this end, So you got that to deal with. I saw GHK Lal, columnist GHK Lal, I think Kaitro News, Glenn Lal, threatening lawsuits and critics for slander and libel. You know, slander and libel. By the time he done, he's your own undoing, you know. Birdness. Birdness is his own undoing. Right? Nobody doing nothing, he do himself. He's his own undoing. How many lawsuits so far? How many? How many? Y'all tell us, how many lawsuits so far? Millions of dollars. Millions upon millions of dollars. Millions. Right. But you know, in this country, it's not who you know alone, it's who know you. Right? Remember, you can get a 9 months jail sentence and never see jail because of who know you. And them boys call it democracy. Respect for the rule of law. And you could get a 9 month jail sentence. You could knock down a young Babishan teacher, kill him on the spot. Then by people ask you for a statement. You could be an MP for the PPP. Knock down a 12-year-old. Thankfully the child survived. Leave the scene of the accident. All is well and good. All is well and good. You could gun butt a woman in the supermarket in bad settlement. Small thing, man. Small thing. Small thing. Small thing. It's who you know. So here is G.H.K. Lal, former chairman of the Ghana Gold Board. He sent a pre-action letter threatening legal action against Mikhail Rodriguez, Guyanese critics, for allegedly using defamatory statements against Lal. He has demanded a retraction and apology and monetary damages, and they are warning of criminal proceedings if Rodriguez do not comply. If he does not comply, criminal proceedings. Right. Yeah. Some of the things making the rounds this morning. Let us leave it there. At least we get into problems. You know, let us leave it there this morning. They said those who fight and run away live to fight another day. Is it so? You all gonna let us know. We will see you guys on the next one. That's our time this morning, folks, and that's our broadcast. Stay safe. That's our time. That's our broadcast. We're gonna see you guys on the next one. Share the live, smash that emoji button for us. We're gonna see you guys on the next one. Have a fantastic, fantastic day. That's our time. Stay safe.